Professor. Good morning. Today is April 2nd, day after Easter, and this week we were talking about the lymphatic system. So I will be showing you the locations of our lymph nodes and then talking about the lymph flow. And did I say my name is Michelle Brown Osborne? So I will be pointing out the lymph nodes locations. Starting off, we have the tonsils, which is located in the back of the throat when I open up my mouth, and tongue. They're back there, located on either side. Then we have the cervical lymph nodes, which is located at the base of the neck, like around here. And then we have the thymus, which is located in the middle of the chest. Next, we have the axillary lymph nodes, and there's a group of them which are located in the armpit region. And then we have the spleen, which is adjacent and attached to the stomach, which is located right here. And then we have the appendix, which is adjacent and attached to our large intestines. And then we have the Peyer's patches, which is found in several locations within the small intestines, and they're also known for lining the walls of the small intestines. So a little bit about lymph flow. Lymph is the fluid in our lymphatic system. There's a network of vessels, and it's basically a built-in drainage system within the body, kind of like a garbage run. So they're delivering waste product and excess fluid from the interstitial spaces into the blood or the circulatory system. So the lymph system, it moves in a circular direction. It contains its own vessels, and it has its own traveling system. And it's kind of parallel to the venous system of the heart, except the cardiovascular system, it contains the heart organ, and the lymphatic system does not have a heart. So really, the lymphatic system and the lymph fluid moves because of the movement of organs from our body as we're moving, and the skeletal muscles, it allows this external pressure. So it applies this pressure onto the lymphatic walls, the smooth muscle tissue, so it creates this lymph circulation. So lymph starts off as plasma. It moves through where the arterial blood is pumped. Part of the plasma escapes, so that arterial blood becomes extracellular fluid, that cushion between the cells and the matrix. Some of the fluid, about 90%, goes back into the bloodstream as plasma, and then 10% becomes lymph. So like I said, the lymph system is a circular motion. It contains its vessels, traveling system, but no heart. So let's see here. I mentioned that the lymph system relies on joints, skeletal muscle movement. It's important to know the lymph system and the flow. It starts at the neck, and it circulates, and it starts and finishes at the neck. So the flow starts from blood capillaries, and then it moves to interstitial spaces. From the interstitial spaces, it moves to lymphatic capillaries. Then from the capillaries, it moves to the lymphatic vessels. Then it moves through the lymph nodes, again back into the lymphatic vessels, to the lymphatic ducts, and then it enters the interjugular and synclavian veins. So that's where it finishes there at the neck. So it's important to know clean blood moves through the circle to the synclavian veins, to the drainage centers. There's 4 major drainage centers in the body, so like in these spaces here. And the lymph, it drains from the back into bloodstream. Yes, so it goes back into the bloodstream and it circulates again. Okay, well, thank you, Professor.